predisposes to OA. Forces across the knee increase almost 5-fold. You are standing, if you have X Newton load on your knee joint, as soon as you squat, it is X into 5. You are loading your cartilage almost 5 times more. Lifting loads from a squatting position further adds a few newtons more. And turning in a squatting position is dangerous for the cartilage. It completely destroys the cartilage. And somebody who is doing it in a regular fashion is predisposing himself or herself to this osteoarthritis. Sporting activities. It is a very, very common question. Competitive sports increase evidences of OA. It has been conclusively true. Direct contact sports or sports which require you to run heavily, forcefully, these are factors which cause OA. But moderate regular running with satisfactory footwear has a low risk of developing osteoarthritis. Gym activities, which we all are fond of, has been shown to predispose the knee of development of osteoarthritis because you are loading your knee in a progressive way every day. At one single spot you are flexing, you are running. So these are things which, if you have developed knee problems, must avoid as much as possible. Do exercises where you do not load the knee on a regular way. Symptoms, it usually begins as a minor ache. That is the warning. A pain in the knee, it doesn't happen. It has just happened, it will go away. It will never go away. It is the first sign. Knee is transmitting a message that I am in some trouble. So take care. Initially it is a minor ache, and then it becomes a sort of a sharp pain. And then certain amount of stiffness starts happening. Especially when you are taking a long amount of, you are sitting for about half an hour, 1 hour, and then when you get up, and then you see as if your knee is not right, and then you take a few steps and your knee again becomes okay. These are signs, warning signs that you are having a problem in the knee. Please don't ignore. This pain becomes chronic as the position worsens. And then crepitus and evidences of synovitis in the knee. You palpate your own knee. If you find that it is crunchy, it is as if, it is something is there which is not. These are evidences that synovitis has started in, and you are almost in the middle or later middle stages of osteoarthritis. Now, as Somnath was asking, what is the diagnosis? How do you diagnose OA? Fortunately or unfortunately, OA patients are large in number, and we cannot advise MRI because MRI really doesn't help. So the orthopedic surgeons are very sad about this. You can diagnose knee osteoarthritis by a plain X-ray. You are looking for joint space narrowing, a patellofemoral syndrome. If you grind the patella, you get pain. That is a signs of patellofemoral syndrome where the patella articular cartilage is eroding. And osteophytes, deformities, and subchondral bony involvement. These are the things which you see when you see an X-ray of the knee joint. This is how we classify osteoarthritis. This is a very important slide. This is a normal knee. We call it grade 0, a young knee. And then we have the grade 1, where you have limited osteophytes, where the process of osteoarthritis is very much at the end, and because the radiographic evidence comes very, very late. As I told you, osteophytes is a late formation. So when you see osteophytes in the X-ray, means you have already, the process is very much on and you are almost on the terminal stage. But you have limited osteophytes, otherwise normal. This is grade 1. Grade 2 is definite osteophytes, but there is no joint space reduction. Osteophytes are there, but joint space reduction is not there. That is grade 2. Yes, exactly. And grade 3, you have got moderate joint space reduction with osteophytes, And grade 4 is gross joint space reduction with subchondral scoliosis with deformity. So 0 to 4, this is how we grade. And the current bunch of orthopedic surgeons starts talking of total knee replacement as soon as you are grade 2 plus or 3 minus, you start talking of total knee replacement to patients. Because once you have reached grade 2, one thing is very clear, that you should not wait when my joint space reduction will happen and then I will start my osteoarthritic treatment, because that is late. So joint space reduction, before reduction has taken place, whatever precautionary measures has to be taken, has to be taken. Now what are the therapeutic options? We have got some non-pharmacological interventions. For example, injection in the knee. We have got pharmacological interventions, and we have got surgical interventions. Now, pharmacological interventions, I don't want to spend my time talking on this. We have got paracetamol, NSAIDs, and opioids which are being regularly taken. Certain anti-inflammatory agents which are coming to the markets like Rutocide, etc., have been found to be a little helpful. Nutraceuticals like chondroitin sulfate, glucosamine was a craze. When I was in US in 2007, I was asked to present a paper telling the audience about the use of glucosamine chondroitin in third world countries. In India, what amount, and I gave a talk, and then ultimately the house told me that your country is wasting millions of dollars for almost nothing. Because by 2007, US has said that we don't require, it is not required for osteoarthritis. So we are spending lots of money pushing in these molecules. Does not really help. We have got topical applications, you have got folk remedies, different types of remedies, and then you have got intra-articular injections. Previously we used to infiltrate or inject the knee with steroids. Now we are giving hyaluronic acid injections. I will discuss about this later on. Now, what is this new thing which is coming into the market now? It is a new kit in the town. It is called collagen peptides. It is available in India now in the name of Olaflex and Chondroflex. This is a collagen peptide which has been customized as collagen building blocks. It is derived from natural raw materials, and there are apparently no reported side effects. It supposedly stimulates the anabolic phase of cartilage matrix turnover. The only molecule which has been found to be with a little bit of promise is this collagen peptide. And it has been conclusively proved that use of collagen peptide over a period of 3 to 4 months, you can see through MRI and arthroscopy studies that some amount of cartilage regeneration is happening. Not obviously with the same properties, but some amount of regeneration has happened in the articular cartilage. So this is a new agent which has come into the market, and it has taken the world by storm. India is just waking up to collagen peptides, and there has been an upswing in the sale of collagen peptide molecules. But I guess time will only tell whether this goes the same way as chondroitin sulfate and glucosamine sulfate. No, this is an oral form. This comes in the form of sachet. It comes in the form of a powder which you have to sort of mix in water and take it once daily for a long period of time. And it has shown promise. But time will only tell.
Yes.
And the other new kit is the injection sodium hyaluronidase. Now what is this? This is basically, synovial fluid has got a very important aspect which is called the hyaluronic acid. It basically gives the articular cartilage its viscosity, its elasticity. This hyaluronic acid is an important constituent of the synovial fluid, which keeps the articular cartilage lubricated. Synovial fluid hyaluronic acid is decreased in patients with progressive osteoarthritis. These viscosupplements or sodium hyaluronidase are basically synthetically or biologically derived hyaluronic acid materials which we push into the joint. It is given by a single injection every year. The effects are variable. Some people have shown remarkable improvement. Some people, not much result has been seen. We have been using this particular molecule in our hospital for the last 2 years now. It is, to me, it appears to be 50-50, I would say, 50-50 results. If you use it in the early stage of osteoarthritis, it has got significant importance. But in our country, in our setup, patients come in so late that injecting this does not improve the clinical symptoms of the patient. So at the first initial start of the disease, if we can put in synovial, this injection sodium hyaluronidase, it is going to help very much, and it will positively retard the progress of the pathology. It will make it very slow. It is basically a synovial fluid prosthetic device we put into the knee to protect the articular cartilage. The cost is around 15,000 per injection, by the way. Now the treatment is this pyramid.